Howdy y'all, ready to show y'all how the day went at Earl Anthony's Dublin Bowl for the PBA event, the Earl Anthony Open. Let's get to it. Here at Earl Anthony's Dublin Bowl, we didn't have the largest room to put all the equipment, but it was a fair-sized room. Some places don't have any spots, but it was a fair-sized room for some of us to put equipment. Howdy y'all, got the Reality all sanded up, ready to go. Got the Storm Code Black, non-sanded. I just don't sand that one, but you can see the Realities sand down 180. So I'm gonna have it react nice and good. Gotta make sure that our serial numbers are still nice and readable, and they are. So we're gonna be all set to go. Super excited. And of course, as always, y'all know I do have to show that I have Lucky Charm for my best friend. Always good luck. And gotta go all good. Gotta go and do check-in. And yeah, everything's gonna be good. If this doesn't react well, I'll go from the Reality to the Storm IQ Tour, and from there, if that's not reacting, I might do the 78U IQ. So that's the plan. We're gonna start off with these, and we'll see how they do. All right, gonna go good because I got my Lucky Charm for my best friend. Let's have some fun. The PBA Earl Anthony pattern is 43 feet long, is very heavy oil, and I didn't do so hot. Part of it was definitely my fault. My timing was not there the entire time. Had some decent games, I had a couple very poor games, so I will put a lot of blame on me. One thing I will know about the pattern, I didn't care for it because it looked like it was easier for right-handers. If there's a better page that y'all can see on the PBA website of the Earl Anthony pattern, and you look at the amount of oil that's on the right side of it compared to the left, there's more on the left side of the lane. And I didn't care for that because there wasn't too many of us left-handers compared to right-handers, which is always the ratio. There's usually never more left-handers than right-handers. I've never seen it. We've seen a few televised events lately where there's been more left-handers than right-handers, but for an entire PBA event, it just doesn't happen. So I was not discouraged about it. I just wasn't the happiest over it, but it is what it is. You can't change it. So I didn't fret over it. I didn't cause a stink because whatever the oil pattern is, I need to be able to perform on it, which I didn't. And I'm admitting that I didn't perform the way I wanted to. I had some bad shots. I had some shots that I thought should have carried. There were plenty of shots that were good, just didn't carry. And then, to my own fault, I did not pick up the spares, which I was really kicking myself over because I practice spares a lot. So I pride myself on being good at spares, but I just goofed on a lot of spares. So I just had a rotten day for bowling. So I will be the first to admit that. I'm not ever going to say that I'm perfect on spares. I like to practice a lot on spares because I want to be really good at them, but this was just one of the days I couldn't pick up spares. Great hits, left spares, and I threw terrible spare shots, absolutely terrible spare shots, and just wasn't getting the spares that I was needing. So that's why I didn't do so well today. I am looking forward to bowling on this pattern again because I want to redeem myself. I don't want to be one of those people that looks at the PBA pattern and say, well, I'm not going to that event because it has that pattern. Obviously, am I mindful of what to expect? Yes, I am, but I want to be better at this pattern. I'm not going to let this discourage me. I want to beat this pattern. I want to get a grip on it. I want to be able to redeem myself on it. And me versus the pattern, I want to beat it because I was really not happy about the performance on how everything went for me personally on this pattern, and I need to redeem myself on it. I need to win. I need to beat the pattern. Forget everyone else in the tournament. I need to beat the pattern. I need to bowl good games, not just okay games, but I need to perform. I need to execute better shot so I don't have to try and pick up spares. And when I do leave something, I need to execute and pick those spares up. So again, wasn't the happiness about the oil pattern, but in the end, it really doesn't matter. Some lanes, they're naturally slicker than others. Other places, they have air conditioning going, they have fans, it's a hotter day, it's more humidity. There's all kinds of factors to where you got to get over it and you got to bowl better than everyone else. And obviously for me today, that was not it. But next time, that's going to be different. I'm not going to let this pattern beat me. I'm not going to skip this one next year if I can help it, as long as scheduling works out and everything. But I'm not going to look at the pattern and say, oh, well, no, not going to that one. I can't do that. I won't allow myself to do it. I just won't. I can't do that. I don't let it beat me. It's just not in me to let something as simple as an oil pattern beat me. It's an oil pattern. I need to find a way to overcome it. It may take a while. I don't know how long, especially since I can't practice on this pattern at any of the local centers because they will not put it out. So even if it's going to the same event year after year, I will need to eventually beat it because I have to. It's just in me. It's my competitive nature. I have to beat the pattern. So I'm looking forward to bowling on this pattern and constantly getting better. And not to where it's just one pin better each game, but a substantial improvement. And the next time, it needs to be even a better improvement. Next time, better and better. And to where I beat the pattern. Again, if I do great in the tournament, fine and dandy. But also, I need to know for myself that I did good against the pattern. Whether I did well against everyone else or not, regardless, I need to do well against the pattern. I need to bowl good against the pattern. And that's what I'm looking forward to next year on this pattern at Earl Anthony's Dublin Bowl on the Earl Anthony pattern. So that's kind of how the day went and what I'm looking forward to next year, how I'm going to overcome it somewhat next year. Again, it's hard to overcome it since I can't bowl on it. But regardless, I have those goals of improvement. It's not going to put me down. It's not going to bring me back. It felt a little bit like a setback momentarily because I felt like I had an amazing shot on some of it, just weren't carrying. But that's bowling. It happens. Tough. Got to get over it, and we got to do better next time. And that's what we're going to do, is just bowl better next time and not let us get down on it because that's unacceptable. Okay, not a good day. Day's done. Next day, it's going to be better. Next time here, it's going to be better. I will beat this pattern. It's going to happen. And not sound egotistical or cocky, it's just I don't like failing. Today on this pattern was a failure. And that's unacceptable. We don't let that happen. I hate that. I hate when I don't do well on a pattern. And I will never just credit the pattern as, oh, it was a tough pattern and I'll never be able to bowl good on it. That's an excuse. I can say I didn't bowl good on it. I've never bowled on it before, but I'm going to get better next time. It's going to happen. I have to do better next time. And I set that goal out for myself. It's motivation, and it's just going to happen. I know it will. I don't have any other option. It's going to get better. I have to make sure it is better next time. So I'll get in more into motivational stuff in other videos, but that's kind of how I go over it with my very best friend, is it has to be better next time. We got to keep pushing forward. Me and my best friend, we're big on motivation, and we keep pushing forward. This tournament may have felt like a setback momentarily, but we don't let that sink in. We got to keep doing better and better and better. We don't let us just sit there and mope in it or pout or get frustrated. It's done. It's all gone. It's done. Next time, we're going to do better. So my very best friend and I, we're going to keep motivation going. We're going to keep practicing. We're going to keep doing better and better. And we're going to do great next time. So I'll see you on the next video.